From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
Daniels Roofing, licensed, bonded, insured roofing contractor. 45 years of generational expertise, offering a variety of roofing systems in the North State. Composition shingles, metal, tile, fire-safe wood shingles, and spray foam roofing systems. An energy-saving cool roof, perfect for commercial flat roofs and mobile homes. With other companies, you may get a foreman or a salesman. But with Daniels Roofing, you get Daniel. Call today for your free estimate. Daniels Roofing, 3 generations working hard to protect your home and business.
Good morning, everyone. Meteorologist Mike Kruger. Let's take you right into Kruger's Quickcast and get you out the door on this Thursday, September 19th. Still on the coolish side. Temperatures around 60 in the valley, 40s for most of the mountains, Trinity County low 50s. And for the coast, there's some fog out there with temperatures in the low 50s, but it is a dry start to the day. That may not be the case for just some of us. Let's take a look at Futurecast. So you can see some of the clouds, low clouds, and some of the fog kind of persisting around the Eureka area. But as we go through the afternoon, look at the clouds developing in the eastern mountains. And you see a few pop-up showers here and there. As we go into about 6 p.m., we're seeing some showers mainly off to the east. Then by 10 o'clock tonight, it's gone. And now, any chances for rain anywhere in Northern California is done with. And as we move forward, now we're talking warmer temperatures. And we're going to notice that here for today. Around 90 in the valley, mainly 70s for most of the higher elevations. But some of the warmer spots will reach the 80s, like, for example, Trinity County. Inland, around 90. And then for the coast, we're talking about temperatures somewhere in the mid-60s, give or take. So we look at that 7-day outlook, and yes, we are seeing that increase in those temperatures over the next several days. First day of fall is on Sunday. It's going to feel more like summer. And really, this is the trend for everybody. Even the coast, you're getting up to 70 by early next week, 71 degrees by next Tuesday. Inland, Weaverville, of course for Trinity County too, the upward trend. I think the peak of the warming trend will be around Monday, Tuesday. Now, you'll notice I still have that slight chance for a shower in Susanville, but I'll say this. Most of the showers, if we see any, will mainly be in Plumas County. As you start heading north of that, the chances get slimmer and slimmer. But I don't want you to get caught off guard should you see a stray sprinkle or a light shower in Susanville. Otherwise, temperatures are increasing after that. All right, that's Kruger's Quickcast. So, cool and unsettled pattern continues for parts of Northern California. Of course, that's what I was just talking about, right? Is mainly down to the south and east. Warming trend, really the rest of the week. Now, I'm saying 90s for most of us in the valley by the weekend, and really as early as tomorrow, but we're starting to see some of those 90s here even for today. With the first day of fall, it's on Sunday, but it's not going to feel like it. The Boise fire, no new reports there, still at 91% containment. We're still at 99% containment when we're talking about the Park fire, just over 429,000 acres there. But some new reports coming in from the Bear fire as of last night, now at 95% containment. Yesterday at this time, I was reporting it at 88, so we are seeing some progress there. But bottom line, these fires are not a major concern. They're kind of happening in the background, but the firefighters are still working hard on helping to kind of mop them up. But you can see those winds, a little breezy at times, and especially along the coast. We've got some gusty winds there here for today and tomorrow, and even going into your Saturday, some gusty winds there too. But overall, the winds are not going to be a major factor. But it is going to be drier out there. We're talking about into the low teens here for today in the valley. We take you into your Friday, still in those low teens, and now we're starting to see some single digits. So we're getting back to the warmer and drier conditions out there. At least one of the redeeming factors is the fact that we're not going to be looking at a major wind event. But hot and dry, those alone can elevate that fire weather risk, and that's something we need to still pay attention to. We're not out of the woods yet. We're not out of the fire season yet, folks, even though we've just been experiencing a cool and wet pattern here, because it's going to be back to warm, hot, and dry again. All right, so the area of low pressure that brought us the showers and thunderstorms for parts of Northern California yesterday, and even brought some rain for places like Red Bluff and even Redding, that has moved down to the south. The rotation around that low, as we saw on Futurecast here just a moment ago, that's going to be responsible for that. So again, that is basically moving down to the south and east. And you see how the Storm Prediction Center still has a chance for a straight thunderstorm, especially in Plumas County today. Few and far between, not a lot of us seeing that, but as we look at futurecasts again, I'll show you what I'm talking about. The flow around that area of low pressure giving us partly cloudy skies, maybe a stray shower, maybe even an isolated thunderstorm, especially to the south of Plumas County. As you head north of that, the chances get slimmer and slimmer, but I mean, could we see a stray shower in some of these clouds that we're seeing here? Sure, not out of the question. Could we even see a stray shower work its way down into Chico, Oroville? Not out of the question. Don't be surprised if it happens, but don't count on it. And then it dries out by tonight. It's dry for your Friday. It's dry for your Saturday. And of course, those warmer temperatures I was talking about, that's going to be the case here as well. Precipitation outlook, drier than normal. All right. And we take a look at that area of low pressure down to our south. That will be moving eastward as we go through today and into the weekend. High pressure building over the eastern Pacific, but not over us just yet. So we're warming up starting now through the weekend. But then as we go into early next week, that ridge builds over. See how you have that nice arc right here? That's the ridge of high pressure. That's the dome of high pressure. This is the peak of the warming trend. You're probably seeing on some of your apps, if it's not the Weather NorCal app, but some of your apps may be showing 100 degrees or higher, especially for parts of the valley here. At this point, I'm holding off on that. Okay, we're kind of reaching that point now, especially now that we're going to be at this point next week, officially into fall. We're getting that lower angle of the sun. So even though we have a decent ridge of high pressure here, with that lower angle of the sun, we don't typically see the temperatures get as hot as we would say in the middle of the summer, because a higher angle of the sun, ridge of high pressure like this, yeah, easily over 100 degrees. But as we start seeing that lower angle of that sun, these ridges of high pressure typically don't bring us the same heat that we would see in the middle of the summer. All right, so this cooler air here will ride over that ridge by the middle and latter part of next week. That will allow our temperatures to drop a little bit. But then they go back up again toward the end of next week. So a little bit of a roller coaster ride with those temperatures. But overall, looking at the Climate Prediction Center, still putting us in that warmer than normal category. So again, you can see these temperatures. You see how they're going up, back down a little bit, and then they kind of creep back up again towards the end of next week. But bottom line, most likely staying above normal, even through the extended period here. And again, this is something that was asked of me yesterday on social media again. Are we done with the triple digits? And I cannot confidently say that and answer that with a yes, we are done. I can't confidently say that. Why? Because historically speaking, as you look at this, October 14th, since 1893, since records have been taken in Reading, we have seen twice as late as October 14th in 1991 and 2022, where temperatures were over 100 degrees. So it's not out of the question. It's actually not uncommon for us to see triple digits at the end of September and even early October. So no, we're not out of the woods just yet with these triple digit temperatures, but as we get closer to the middle, latter part of October, yes, now we're kind of inching away from that potential. There you can see the wave height's pretty high. You don't have to go out too far here for today. And that'll be the case even for your Friday. But as of right now, there are no small craft advisories, at least for the immediate coast. But again, you don't have to head out too far, and you've got to just be on the lookout for that. Patchy dense fog, northwest winds at about 10 to 15 knots. Your Trinity County neighborhood forecast. It's beginning to warm up out there. You can certainly see that. Mainly dodging the 90s, though, should be mainly in the mid to even upper 80s. For central and southern Humboldt County, temperatures in the 60s. Although inland, we're talking about 89 for Garberville, 88 degrees for Alder Point. We take you up north with Smith River, about 75. Crescent City, 65. And Trinidad, a high today of about 69 degrees. Here's your Siskiyou County neighborhood forecast today. We're getting close to 90, places like Happy Camp. But as you start heading along the I-5 corridor, which is right here, temperatures mainly around 80, give or take, although out towards Hornbrook about 85. Your Modoc County neighborhood forecast, you can see 76 degrees for Canby and Calpines, as well as Alturas and Aden, 74 out in Eagleville, temperatures slowly increasing. Your Eastern Mountains neighborhood forecast, mainly in the 70s. There you can see a little bit warmer in Greenville at about 80, 81 for Quincy, as well as Paradise, and about 79 degrees for a high today in Bernie. We take you to the valley southward, 89 for Corning, 87 degrees for Durham, and Los Molinos, a high today of about 89 degrees. So again, many of you just dodging that 90 degree mark, but as you head north, places like Reading, Anderson, Cottonwood, you could get up to about 90 degrees. All right, let's take a look at that 7-day outlook for Reading. And those temperatures, mid-90s by Friday, Saturday, upper 90s by Sunday, Monday and even Tuesday. Looks like Monday, Tuesday, kind of that peak of that warming trend, and the temperatures will start to drop slightly as we go into the middle of next week. That is your morning update. I'll be back at noon for your latest forecast.